What's going on, everyone? Matthew Osborn here for day 13 of the 14-day eFLIP challenge. This is the challenge where I've set a budget for every single day for 14 days, and I'm spending that budget buying books from Amazon to sell back on Amazon for a profit, also known as online arbitrage. If this is the first video you're watching, check out the link below. You can sign up for the challenge completely free, get some training, and then follow along with these videos from day 1. Let's dive in for day 13. I'll show you a book I did not purchase, why I didn't purchase it, then which one I did, and why I decided to pull the trigger on that second book. So looking at this keep a chart right here, we can see some interesting things. First of all, you can see there's certain periods this book did not sell when the price got too high, meaning there's a certain price point people are willing to buy this book, and there's a certain price point people are not willing to buy this book, and we can kind of clearly see what that is. It got up to $250 here or close to that, then it got up to close to $400 here, and of course there's no sales in these periods. As soon as the price dropped back down, sales started coming again. Right here where it started picking back up is around $45, $50. So we can kind of see what people are willing to buy this book at. If we look at the used offers here, there are 3 at the very top that are lower priced. The first one is 2 copies there. So $31, $25, then it jumps up to $69, which is what I like to see. I like to be able to move the market up. So if I were to purchase those 3 offers at the beginning, the market price would suddenly be $70 for this book. There's a single prime offer there for $100, and I could price it maybe $80, $90 and see what happens. But I did not do this book specifically because I do not think with this demand right here, and also the price has been consistently selling at closer to $40, or at least that's the lowest used price has been when it's sold. That's a large split, especially with how much demand there is. If there's a lot more demand for this book, I'd be more comfortable pricing to that $80, $90 range to get a decent ROI. But I do not feel comfortable purchasing 3 copies of this book to try and do that with. If it was 1 copy, the market jumped up to $69, I probably would have done it. But given that there's 3, I decided to wait and do another book instead. This is an example, though, I think perfectly, of why this 14-day challenge is important and why I think doing it every single day for 5 to 10 minutes is important. Because if I was trying to spend all my money for the month at one day, and this was maybe the 70th book that I looked at, I probably would have been, all right, yeah, I can get 3 books right here. I can hit my quota for the month. And yeah, there's a chance it might sell. You get lazier as time goes on. When you've been sitting down for 5 hours looking at tons of books, suddenly this looks like a great deal. But if you're only spending 5 or 10 minutes and you have some time to go look for something better, things like this where you're not 100% sure if it's worth it to buy 3 copies, you can say, you know what, I'll skip, I'll find something better. It only took me a minute or 2 to find this one, so I can spend a minute or 2 more and find something a little bit better for my money. So looking at the book that I actually did purchase today, this one's selling a lot. As you can see, last year between August and all the way through January, it was selling between $70 and $100 for the lowest used price, meaning it was probably selling for a little more than that. If not a lot of times Amazon's new price there. Amazon has dumped their price once, not extreme, it was still around $74, but then they put it back up to where it's been. If we look at the used offers for this, we have a rental with 1 copy in stock at $31, then a $40, $37, and then $58. I ended up purchasing that $40 one right there, and I'll show you why in a second. If we look at prime offers, there's only 3 of them on this listing. There's a good one, another good offer at $111, and Amazon's brand new on the offer at $112. So we have those 3 offers right here. I'm not going to price at Amazon's price, of course, because if Amazon can price it brand new at $112, no one will probably buy my used book at $112. I'm going to go below Amazon, and quite honestly, probably even a little bit below these lowest prime offers right here, just because I want to do a quicker flip, and also I think they're probably a little bit too close to Amazon's price to be able to get $111. Maybe they're going to sell it as demand picks up, especially because textbook season's coming, and there's not a whole lot of rentals for this book, but I still think it's too close. It's too close to that Amazon price, so I'm probably going to come in close to maybe 110, 109, a little bit below Amazon, not crazy, and hopefully grab that next purchase from someone that wants it in 2 days, but is willing to spend a few dollars less and get a used copy. If we look at the profit calculator for this book, buy cost will be $40.72. If I listed $110, I'll have 107% return on my investment. Going back to the keep a chart for this book, We can see it selling all the time. Occasionally gets close to that million sales rank, and then it drops back down when it sells, but it's consistent almost throughout the entire year. There was a gap, as you can see right there, in February, but other than that, it's been selling very consistent, which is what I'm looking for. So even if this book doesn't sell in textbook season, I like it because I can still sell it for a decent price after textbook season. So I'm going to purchase this book for, where was it? That's the wrong chart. For $40. Hopefully that $37 one will sell later, and the bottom price will then be $58. I'm going to list it just below these prime offers and hopefully get the next sale for this book and make a nice 100% return on my investment. So that is day 13 of the 14-day challenge. Tomorrow will be the very last day. I'm going to try and find something great for the last day to finish off this challenge. A few people have asked for videos showing exactly what searches I've been doing. I showed at the very beginning in the training videos the types of searches you can do to find these books. I will show you tomorrow, or probably a day after tomorrow, which searches I found most of these books, which ones are more successful for me, and mainly I'm basing this off of my budget. So I found ones that I can consistently spend between $30 and $50 a day. Some days I went over that, some days I went a little bit below that, but I probably averaged around that price point. So I found books in this range. I'll show you the searches that I did to find these books, and each day I've been having close to 100%, if not more than that, ROI, or estimated ROI. And most of the books are actually in already. I think I have 9 or 10 books, and I've only purchased probably somewhere around the neighborhood of 14 books right now. No, 16 books probably. 16 books is most. So I've got most of the books already in. Some people said shipping's been taking longer for them. For me, it's been taking a couple days, which is really nice because I can turn those books around and send them right back into Amazon. So that is day 13's update. Tomorrow I'll give you a final update for this challenge, and I'll give you total numbers of what I purchased throughout the challenge, my estimated ROI, time spent, money spent, all of that good stuff. So stick around for tomorrow. Once that video shows up, it'll show up above my head in this video for you to click on. I'll see you guys tomorrow.